This dude, I don't know who he is, but I love it. Hello everyone, welcome in. My name is Kai Zammit. I'm a director, cinematographer and writer based in the south of the UK. And today in this video, thanks to you guys, we're going to be checking out another League of Legends cinematic, and this one's titled Warriors. This is the third or fourth cinematic now that I've covered from League of Legends, and I've absolutely loved each and every one. The cinematics are gorgeous, they're absolutely stunning, and they're literally next level. You've also got an absolutely fantastic soundtrack, which really kicks up the momentum in the cinematics. Love that. So yeah, each one that I've covered so far has always been a combination of a collection of characters. So I'm guessing this is going to be more of the same thing because that's kind of how their content works. But if it isn't, I'll be really curious to see if they've changed the format with this one. But I'm guessing not. But I know full well we're going to learn a ton and we're going to absolutely enjoy ourselves. So before it's said and done, play the tape. Dude, straight in, very contemporary. No logos. What the fuck is that? Oh. These are so epic, these things, aren't they? Oh, the lighting. Like, it's really good storytelling. Because these are all, you're introducing new characters. To me, they are. Oh, look at the way he came through the smoke. The camera was looking up at him. I know he's powerful. Oh shit, he's stuck in there, is he? Oh. That looked good though, didn't it? All that backlighting. Big Fist. Is that her from Arcane? Is that her? I can't remember her name. It's been ages since I've seen it. Oh, I like her from the other ones. Oh, that's also her from the program, isn't it? It's not Violet, is it? I can't think of her bloody name. Well, that looks like something out of Warhammer, that. This is absolutely incredible. All these different stories, all these different battles, but yet they flow together. Mate, he's off, isn't he? Okay, we've got the bridge of the song. They always do this. They slow it down. Got the slow motion. The characters then evolve. Something happens. They become the hero they're going to be. Each cinematic has this. Yeah, he got his courage. She found her courage. Oh, that reaction, that shot of him looking up with his eyes. I really like that character. Looks like a Guyver. What the fuck is that? Is that what she just summoned? Yeah, man, that was great. Oh, dude, they never missed, do they, with him? Yikes. That was good. Okay, so before I start the breakdown, I want to ask myself the question is, why did I not get emotional this time? And I know it sounds ridiculous, or, you know, why did my eyes not water? Does it not mean he's good? No, absolutely not. I had a massive smile on my face throughout the entirety of that cinematic. It was brilliant. It was amazing. But for me, with the other ones, there was something in there that really drew me in and got me emotional. Either it would be how epic, the momentum of it, or the emotion of the characters. Why did this one not do that? Why did this one not have that? And for me as a filmmaker, that's really interesting And I think it's because of the music. Music is there. This is where people go wrong sometimes, is music is actually a character, okay? Treat music as a character and your films, your stories will be much, much better. However, it is a character that talks directly to you. It talks directly to us. It makes us feel what we are feeling on screen. Also, the other reason why is because did I know who the characters were from the Arcane? I recognised them, and I was so honed in on that. I don't know. I'm really curious to know what it was. But anyway, let's go through it. Let's break it down and talk about well, the good things really, because there wasn't really a lot of bad things with it. Let's be honest. It was absolutely amazing. So yeah, let's go. Okay, brilliant. Like normally, they have their massive establishing shots. We understand exactly where we are. What I love about these League of Legends is they take you from loads of different scenes, and each one has its own time in the sun to establish where we are. Okay, so I know we're kind of in a snowy area, looks like a castle. Yep, the camera is moving forward. The next shot, the camera is moving forward, following our subject here, and we know we know something's going on behind him because he's looking that way. Okay, that's called the thread of storytelling. You are using your visual narrative to tell you where the camera should be going. So we are looking at his eyes, and because obviously we're looking at this bright light here, looking at him, he's looking that way. So hopefully in the next shot, we should get a follow-up where, oh, actually, no, we didn't. It was her, but we know something was chasing. Interesting. Let's go back. But they planted a seed, didn't they? They foreshadowed something was happening. What you'd normally get is if they weren't leading us to the next character, what you would have had happen is he would have run through the gate and you would have seen what that enemy was or what it is that they're running from. But because they're introducing the next character, they pulled focus. He turned, so your brain and eyes will go this way, and they pulled the focus at the same time. And look at the way it is. Look at the framing. They're telling you exactly where they want you to look. Look, boom, here. This, by the way, is called dirty framing. Clean framing would have been just remove these characters out of the way and you just get her in this open space. Okay. But because we've got him, we've gone from point A, so subject A, to focus point B, which is her. This has now become dirty framing. Look, they're telling you exactly where they want you to look. And look, they lead that in beautifully, didn't they? Beautifully. Let me just look at that cut again. Oh, yeah, it was lovely. Yeah. I'm such a stickler for cuts because sometimes cuts are just not quite right, or they're a few frames out. But that was like, yeah, it pulled me out for a second. But look at this character reveal. Look at the framing of her. She's bang center in the middle of the frame. Got this lovely shallow depth of field. Shallow depth of field being the focus. Okay, so your f-stop or your t-stop if you're filming on cinematic lenses, and it makes it look more cinematic. But they're telling you where to look here because she's the sharpest point on set or in the frame. Sorry. Not only that, what I love about it is they want you to look at her eyes, or this at least draw you into the eyes because of this little bit of light. Okay, it's called a catchment. And by doing that, it draws you in. Your eyes are looking there. Oh, I love it. They're so good, these cinematics, aren't they? Oh, do you see that? How bright it got. They kept it. Technically, the lighting would have changed slightly, but they didn't. They kept it in there because they want to keep you looking there. They're stunning, aren't they? Look at the blue color palette of it because of where it is. And look, and there was our thing, with the thread of storytelling. We finally get to see what is coming along. Okay, so we've got our center framing. They're telling you where to look because of this. They framed where they want you to look. And look at the texture that they do. I've noticed that a lot with these League of Legends cinematics. They really, they are very cinematic, but they're all about texture. And I love that. That's why I really enjoy just watching them, especially as a cinematographer, and what they're doing to make it look more expensive. Can you imagine what they didn't have all these snowflakes? Yeah, it would look fantastic, but by having all these little particles, which your eyes and brain don't really look at, but it's there. Gorgeous. And look at that, look at this. Stunning. Oh my God, look at the texture on her skin. This came out in 2020, yeah? Honestly. Like, wow. Gorgeous though, isn't it? Really gorgeous. Let me go back 5 and watch how she came into it. So camera's going back with her. He's tracking her. Okay, so we knew that was a powerful moment. Interestingly enough, though, the camera didn't move. She moved to... Oh, it is. The camera is dollying forward. You know when something is serious because of the camera movement is flowing forward or moving backwards. It's telling you where to go. But with these, how these work is if you know it's a serious moment in dialogue or a reaction to a character or whatever it may be, or a phone going off or whatever it is, something important is happening in the story, because the camera will dolly towards it. Okay, so my microphone here is the key thing. The camera is my eyes. It will go into it. It will dolly forward. And that's what I did here. Wow. I love that. Nice little transition to get you into the next character. They cut to black. Boom. He goes up. Cut to black. Okay, that's what actual trailers... If you ever like watch a movie trailer, for example, the whole time is cut to black. You are a master of cutting to black. Well, this is obviously not, because they're using it as to get us to the next story. But look at this. I love it. Different location, different establishing shot, but the lighting tells you we've gone very blue, haven't we? And now we're going to the oranges and greens. This one really gave me Warhammer vibes, this part, or that steampunk-esque look to it. But immediately, my brain has told me we're somewhere else. Did the music came in as well, didn't it? And the lyrics came in. So when I say these are very cinematic, yes, it's a cinematic. But when I say it's very cinematic, I'm talking about the camera movement. Camera movement means, that's what cinema is. Cinema means movement, okay? Comes from the term kinema. So, and that's what all of these are doing. The camera is always moving. So when you get your flow of storytelling from A to point B, that's why these cinematics, yeah, it's 3 minutes and 21 seconds, but it only feels like a minute because it's that good. Your camera is always moving. It's telling you where to look. Look, you see that? The camera's moving forward slightly. Watch it. And it just tilts up. Look, there we go. Just tilts up because they want you to look here. We know something powerful's in there. Because look at the horizon level. Look, here's our horizon. The camera is below it. We're looking up. And look at the framing. They're telling you again where they want you to look. And look at this low-key lighting as well. Low-key lighting means it's very dark on the shadows or the lighting itself. You emphasize your lighting or the shadows, okay? You play on the contrast. You use the light parts of the screen to tell your viewers where to look, okay? So a lot of these cinematics are very low-key lighting. Okay, so we're straight into a different area now, okay? There was no transition there, was there? It was just a straight cut. Boom. But the lighting immediately told me we were someone different. And also, they set it up with an establishing shot, a nice wide. You don't always have to, by the way, start on a wide. You can start up close and then work your way backwards. And when you do that, it kind of confuses the audience a little bit. But it's a great way to get you drawn into the character. And then as the story unfolds, it is revealed to you as an audience member where you are. The world building, okay? This guy, we know, well, this chap here is, we know it's a new location and it's a new story. I love the way this character looks here. I'm guessing it, to me, it's a guy, looks like a guy, but you never know with these characters. It's a bit like anime characters. You can never actually fully tell. But I'm assuming it's a guy looking at the chiseled jawline. But I really like the way he looks. I like the style of it. And also, look at the lighting. This lovely overhead look. Love it. But look, he's backlit as well, isn't he? Backlighting, by the way, is how you make your stuff cinematic. Gives him a little bit of a silhouette. I mentioned this later for the character with a sniper, which I can't remember her name, but she confused me because she had a top hat on. It wasn't until she pulled the sniper out I realised who it was. But look, backlighting. So if you're into illustration, photography, or videography, or as a filmmaker, backlight your subjects. You don't always have to do it, but you'll notice you can't. If you're looking at it and you think, why does that shot look better than the other ones? It's because of your lighting. Look, backlit or a 45-degree angle. And look, he's got a little catchment in his eye. We wanted to look there, and they put it in. Makes it look more believable. And again, we're following the thread of storytelling. Something happened on screen, and now we've set the characters off. We understand what is going on. Look at the lighting of it. It's shots like this, by the way. Have you ever wondered why something with these cinematics or a cinematic that you've seen looks more photorealistic, should we say, it's because of the lighting. I've noticed this a lot with the League of Legends stuff, is anything that is very low lit and it's only got a little bit of lighting. So here, look, we've got a bit here, and a bit across here. That stuff is what makes it look believable, because we can only just see the information, where when it's very bright, as in high key, it looks like it's CGI. But look how beautiful this looks. Looks cinematic, doesn't it? And again, now you know the answer, because look, he's backlit. Big light coming from behind, giving us this nice edge lighting. Got his overhead lighting here to pick up his blonde detail, but also it's spilling a little bit to give us the detail here. But look at this. See that catchment in his eye? If that was real life, he probably wouldn't have a catchment in his eye, at least in this eye, because look at the way the shadow is. Unless he's got a ball of light down here somewhere. But you do that, you put that in, because they want you to look there. I do it all the time in all my shots. I always try to get a catchment if I can, especially on close-ups. Wides, doesn't really matter, because you've got your overall lit scene. You'll notice that in movies, if you do notice this, it does spoil it a little bit. You notice the wide-angle shots are lit slightly differently from the close-ups. Look at the cameras, again, it's moving. This dude, I don't know who he is, but I love it. I want to go back into that and watch it. Oh, look at this. Do you know what makes him look more epic? Is because he gets a character build. And what do I mean by that? Okay, when you are introducing a character, to make someone look more badass or more epic, normally you find this when heroes transform, or before you get their full reveal, they have shots that build them up. What made him so good is he was coming through the smoke, okay, all this texture. Okay, so here's your first shot. We see part of him. We understand, well, this looks like a weapon or something, yeah? We are looking at him. But what makes him more badass is her. Her look, her reveal of, we're like, who is this guy? What is this character? What is this enemy? It's her that sells the next shot. How crazy is that? You'd think you'd get another shot of him, but no. It's because of her builds that shot up. And look at this. Imagine this smoke wasn't here. It wouldn't look as epic. Because he's coming through the smoke, he's coming through that texture, it makes him look more badass. You notice it in loads of films. Suddenly a big pile of smoke will come out of nowhere and the character has a massive reveal. And the reason you do that is it makes them look more epic. Gorgeous. We use, if you want to show like light gods, you know, like light rays and things like that, beams of light, it's actually smoke and texture, okay, or haze. That's how you do it. And look, see, look how cool they looked. Out of nowhere. Vroom. And look at the way the framing is, yeah? The camera is dollying forward towards her. Then the camera's going forward. Look, you can see it on the floor. And the camera is tilting up. What do you think that is doing to him? Looks more badass. And then they shake the camera to reveal the epicness of it. Whoa, it's all kicking off. I love this guy. He's got that proper, what's that bloody X-Men character? Is it Nightcrawler? Teleports everywhere. I love that ability. It's so good. And here we go. Look at this. What I love about this is something that you guys probably didn't realise, but I know I did, is can you see all this? I'll play it again in a second, but look around this lighting. You get all this grain, okay? They call it film noise. Keep looking. Oh, wait for it. See it? Okay, that film grain, you add, well, to be fair, back in the day when you filmed on 35mm film or whatever it is that you're filming on, when it comes to actual film, is you get a texture on that film, okay? And nowadays you get noise from, depending if you're filming in low lighting. They're filming in low lighting, so they've added it. But what it also adds is, it's called a film grain, okay? That's exactly what it is. You add it in post-production. I add it all the time. Sometimes I don't need to because the camera itself already captures it within, but it just gives you that. Sometimes what we call it is fag ash. Looks like someone's had a fag and they're flicking ash on it, and it gives you texture. But I really like the way they've done that. Again, it's adding more texture to your shot. Same as this, by the way. Very quickly, look at all this smoke. It makes that opening look more epic. Imagine what that looked like if that smoke went there. It looked very CGI, wouldn't it? It looked a bit naff. Naff being shit. Look at it. And look how cinematic this looks. And why does it look cinematic? You know the answer now, don't you? The backlighting. They are all backlit, which the thing is when you do backlighting, you've got to be quite careful, as in it casts quite a lot of shadow. It gives you more of a silhouette look. But what you do is then you lift up these subjects from the lighting from the front, or pick up some of the front. So how you would do this in real life, you would expose for this framing. You've got this massive light source here, and then you'd have another light over here, shining over here to give a bit of bounce, and probably a whiteboard or a fill, okay, to bounce that light back up to him. So that's what we do when we're on set as a cinematographer or a DP, a director of photography. That's what I do. And we do that because, yes, it looks more cinematic, but you have to have a bit of detail in here so we can see what the hell is actually going on. Obviously, beautiful stuff like CGI, you don't need to do. You just add the camera in where you want, add the lighting where you want. Oh, I'd love to get into some of this stuff. I know I could light it beautifully, and I know exactly what it is that I want because I can see it in my mind. Love it. Look at that. Again, the camera is moving. Yeah? The thread of storytelling. Go back 5. The camera's moving around. He falls forward. The camera moves back. The reveal. And then the camera goes forward to her. And look at this. Again, look at this backlighting. She looks more epic because the camera's looking up, as we've already discussed. And look at the backlighting. Now, there's something else in this shot. Can you see it? What else is in this shot that makes it look more epic? Here it is. Look at the haze. Where's the haze coming from? It doesn't matter where the haze is coming from. We use it because we want to show these beautiful light rays. Next time you watch a movie or you watch a TV show or whatever it is, and you think, quite a lovely looking shot. Look at the lighting, yeah? And look at the haze and smoke in there. That texture in the scene or in the shot is because of the haze. Perfect. You never notice it, but once you do notice it, it does ruin it a little bit for you. Oh, what a reveal. Here we go. First shot reveal. Boom, straight in. Well, to be fair, they didn't give her 2 shots because they kind of did 2 in 1. Gave her the one. They do that, and then they pull focus to them looking. That's almost like a 2 shot in 1. They give you the double epicness. It's like, who the hell is this? Do they move back? Camera's moving forward. Camera's going with her. Yeah, they get fidgety. They start moving back. Again, it gives you more power. Look at her framing, guys. Look at this. This is a proper wallpaper art, this one, isn't it? And is it Vi? What is this character's name? I don't want to look, but I know it was these gauntlets. She confused me, this quite the character in the back, because of her top hat. I didn't expect, in the program, TV show, she was very like police uniform, wasn't she? But it was this that told me. And then I was like, oh, they work together, don't they? But look at the lighting. See? Got a major backlighting over here. Looks very cinematic. And see over here? Big light source coming here to lift our character up. And over here, this bit here, this triangle of light, they call that the Rembrandt triangle. So in lighting, if you do interviews or anything like that, if you create this light source yourself, if you're doing your illustrations, you want that epicness look, that lovely look, they call it a Rembrandt triangle. It's where you light your subject from 45 degrees. Great. Look at this. All these different color temperatures. Got the blues. We've got the grainy oranges. Yeah, they've got the teal and orange look. You've got the other one, which is blue and black, and it's got a little bit of a sepia in there to give you that deserty look. Dude, their action scenes are fucking epic, aren't they? But I definitely think it's the song. Like, it's action, but it's not crazy action where the camera is violently shaking. You don't need that Hollywood action. They really want to give you that Hollywood smooth, stabilized motion. You can see everything. But look at these reveals. Look at this. Okay, guys, when it comes to character reactions and how you are drawn into a character, it's all because of here. Bring your camera in here and here. The eyes will tell you everything. Let's go back 5. See, it's their eyes. Do his eyes glow? Is it because of this? His eyes are glowing. But look at this. They're telling you everything. And look at the way, look at this dirty framing. The framing is leading our eyes to him. And interesting enough, he hasn't got a catchment in his eyes. Did he though? Boom. I love that. The way the camera goes up and crashes down on him. Camera draws in, dollies in, slows down. Again, it's an important moment to the character, so the camera dollies in. He's got a catchment in his eye because they want you to look there. They want us to see his reaction like, oh, shit, he's just blocked my attack. There we are. He didn't have a catchment. Well, he has now, but then they take it away. And by taking it away, it makes him look more of a villain. See that? That's how you can really show if someone's an antagonist. I assume he is, purely by the lighting. You see that? Look at these triangles of darkness. Tells you, as a cold caller looking in, meaning that I don't know what the hell is going on, and this is the first time I'm seeing it, I can work out that he is probably a villain. I love that. That little grumble of it, that little fight of it. I love that. It just didn't harsh cut, did it? You see them continue to duke it out. So the music, boom, boom, boom. I love that. Oh, literally, it makes me want to froth in my pants. I love that stuff. I'm gonna watch it again. I love that. Like, obviously, that's a special move. Oh, look at that grain. That motion blur to it as well. And the way the camera goes with it really sells the impact. Did they take the frame out? Sometimes what you can do is you can take frames out to make the impact look better. Let's go forward. She darts forward. Yeah, he goes back quite a lot there, doesn't he? Boom. Boom. No, but you can clearly see it though. Because what I'm looking for is sometimes with action scenes is they'll take a frame out just before impact. So the punch is here. They'll take the frame out. So it's here. So it looks more like it's more of an impact. Martial art films do it all the time. See the smoke? The smoke did that. Watch. Sorry to keep going through this. I love it. Watch the smoke come out from underneath. Boom. Yeah. So a lot of martial art films, what they do is they add powder or whatever it is onto their feet and hands. I've kind of dialed it back now, but it shows the impact of kicks and punches, and that's how you do it. It makes something look yes, the camera shake alone would have probably done the impact, but they sold it more because he had that powder. This character here, not him. Again, look how gorgeous that is. Mate, I'm only 1 minute into this bitch. Oh, Jesus. This might be a long one. Look at this. There's so much to learn and there's so much to see with these. I love them. This is why I love breaking these cinematics down, especially these League of Legends ones. Look at this fucking lighting. God. I don't know how I would use it in my commercials, but when I do my own writing, this is the type of stuff that I see in my head for future projects that I might want to do on my own, short films or feature films if I can get the budget. Who knows? You always learn from. You always take whatever you're doing. Take experience from it. Oh, dude, I love this character. Every time I see her, I don't know if it's a thing because I'm a sucker for a brunette. Who knows? But she just has the suit. She looks like a Guyver. If you don't know what a Guyver is, it's a very old anime called Guyver Bio Booster Armor, the original, not Bio Boosted Armor. That I used to watch that. That was my favorite anime when I was a kid growing up. Like 6 years old, I was watching that shit of like blood, guts, and gore, and it was amazing. What a reveal! Camera dollied forward, give her an amazing reveal, and that whole character of go. You know, she says everything she needs to say through here and the action of her head. Don't need words. Sometimes you don't need dialogue. Less is more. Interesting, her punching, it looked a bit shit, didn't it? Don't look as good, does it? Because the camera's not emphasising it the way her body motion is. Probably because they're building up for this. Oh, look at that. Oh, dude. They make it look like it's filmed on an actual camera. That's what I realise. That's what I love. Look at this. Look at this framing. All this noise, texture. Look at that. Pull focus. She pulls it up. The focus pulls on her as she finds her focus. Look at this lighting. Look at this sepia look that they've now got going on. I don't know if I'm a fan of the top hat look. I kind of like her in Arcane. I really like that look. Don't think she had a hat. She might have. Here we go. So she ran. So the camera didn't need to dolly forward. She ran into focus and it told us everything we needed to know. Okay. We're following the thread of storytelling. Her looking up told us we got this big reveal. But this colour, the reason why earlier on I said it looked like Warhammer is because Warhammer leans very heavily into green and bronze. Yeah, these orange tones. Orange tones filled with green. Warhammer screams of that. That's how you get that look. Interestingly enough, a lot of people I was teaching this week about colour grading. Lord of the Rings, for example, in certain areas they made the grass, they added yellow to it. And they wanted you to understand that not everything is okay. And they called it piss green. Boom. This is fucking epic, isn't it? Yeah, I definitely think it's the music. It's got to be the music that didn't do it for me. I know they're very, industrial sounding. And that it's not, is it dubstep? What is this? I can't think what the type of music is called off the top of my head. But it's got that modern sound, isn't it? Oh, dude, that shot there. This. It's shit like this that sells the move. A lot of battle scenes, you need, this is called a pause in the battle. And it's enough to give you a moment. When it's just all carnage, you can't really make out heads and tails. You know carnage is happening. But stuff like this, the catchment in his eye, telling you to look at him, looking at this. Chef's kiss that. Let me go back 5 and watch it again. Camera's dollying forward. Boom, grabs it. Oh. Again, look at the camera movement. Knocks him fucking flying. Boom. Camera tracks forward. Leads you to her. And look, she's still got a catchment in her eye. We're not looking at him. They want you to look at her. She's the lightest part on the screen. They've lit her that way. These catchments in her eye, yeah? Camera's moving backwards now. Look at this cinematic lighting. Gorgeous. Moving backwards, going with the missiles. This is the visual narrative, the thread of storytelling. We're now following where those missiles are going. Nice little transition there, see that? Full screen, up, down, there we are. By going full screen, you're able to cut away. Beautiful. This is the chicken shit character, isn't it? Yeah, he hasn't come into his own yet. But he looked like he had a smirk then. Yeah, look. I like that. He's kind of smirking like, yeah, I can get away. And then he looks worried again. I knew this character had power. Why do you think I knew she had power? Every time we've seen this character, we have always been below her eye level. Always. What that does, they're telling us as an audience, and again, as a cold call, if this is the first cinematic you've ever seen of League of Legends, you know that she's powerful. You may not understand why, but I'm telling you why. Because of the camera looking up at her. It's not like really low looking up like the other antagonist. It's just below her eye level. So we understand that she's powerful. Amazing, that stuff. It's all film psychology. Again, look at this motherfucker. Look how big he is. If the camera's looking up, we know he's powerful. Boom. Change the lighting here to make you look down in his stomach. Just to make sure you definitely look. Look at that. I love that. That's called kinetic editing, this. Boom. Shoots out. Okay. The missile, whatever the hell this rig thing is, pops out of his belly. It goes frame right or camera right. we see it, the camera is moving right on the next frame. Okay, it's kinetic editing. Boom. Goes into and then slows down. Pulls her in to the left. The camera goes back to him. Camera's dollying forward because we know it's epic. And she's, like struggling. Unclip. Boom. We get our nice reveal. Now that is a fight scene. It's okay to have this shit going on. You get this a lot in Hollywood action scenes, especially if the talent can't fight or doesn't really know martial arts. They'll shoot really tight so they can get away with using the stunt guy. Okay, if you notice this, when an actor can fight, like Keanu Reeves, for example, with John Wick, that motherfucker, they're making sure that you can see who he is. Okay, it's really fantastic. Excuse me, interviews with Jackie Chan and other martial artists that do this. And this is like Jason Bourne, the Bourne Identity. Those films, they have a very unique style. He probably could do a little bit of the action, but that's just too. Me personally, I hate that style. I just no. I grew up with Hong Kong style. Proper action. And if you disagree with that, let's agree to disagree. Okay, here comes the bridge. Like most songs, you have a bridge in it. And this is with the same when it comes to storytelling. Every League of Legends cinematic I've seen has this. They're following a very strict formula. You get your characters, introduce each character with an establishing shot, who they are. They all come together at the end to be mighty heroes. But they all get knocked back or they are challenged or something happens within the cinematic. And what happens is in this arc or structure, should we say, the act of the story, this is where they become the character that they're meant to be. The character is pushed back or stopped. This is where they learn. And obviously in movies, you get much longer or films or TV programs, whatever it is, you have longer this is where they're like down in the dumps. This is where they evolve. And normally it's because of someone else. A death, look, rising up. She's finding her power. She can use her real hands. That's her evolution as a character. This motherfucker, he's like, no. He looks like, what is it? 7 Deadly Sins. Leonidas? Looks like him a little bit. I wonder if he touched boobs like him as well. He's a proper perv in that, but I love it. I think he's awesome. But look, you can see, the catchment in his eyes, they want you to see the detail. And you notice how it looks a little bit more photorealistic because of the lighting. But to get you to here, to understand what's going on, they pulled focus from her. Let's go back 5. Like film grain on them. She's going down. Pull focus. He can hear it. He understands what he must do. But we know he's powerful. Look at his eye level, guys. He's powerful. This is his moment. He is above. So here's your horizontal line. He is above it. We understand that he's got the power call or the power narrative in this. Yeah. Drops massive character development. That bit. You see that? He drops that shit. Boom. Drops it. Bang. Love it because we're following it. A little speck of dust. This must be the fag ash that I was talking about. Oh, look. See it? Bop, there it is. Bop, there it is. It's like fag ash on the screen. Either that or it's something to screw up in the animation. Look, character. We know he's powerful. Again, this is all... Once you know this stuff, guys, it really is easy to see. You're like, that's why I love this cinematic. Or that's why he looks so powerful. That's why they look so weak. That's why it's so dramatic because the close-up of the eyes. Once you know this stuff, it's really simple to understand. However, to create it all the time and make it different is difficult. Love it. See how much that camera tilted up at her? See, we're on her level now. We understand. Boom, we are learning with her. Here we go, here we go. Look at that. I know she's shooting up in the air. Fuck me. Look at the power she's got now. Granted that it's shooting away from her. She looks like that. There's a film production studio, distributor that used to start that. Is it TriStar Films? Used to have a character that did that. Reminds me that I'm going to show my age now. Look at that. The camera is moving back. Got a bit of a wobble on it. We're showing power. All the characters now are learning. Returning the favour. They foreshadowed that earlier, didn't they? It was like, off you go. And now he's doing the same thing. Smug bastard. The thing is with this one is almost a little bit assaulting him and rubs me the wrong way because he's a thief. And a thief's doing it. They're already cocky. Don't need a character that's already cocky, even more cocky. But I think she's a character. This lighting. Dude, she is gorgeous. This character design, I am in love with it. But it helps between the characters. She needed it. I imagine, is she cocky, the other character? Is she like, I will do it all? Where it's almost like she needed to be reminded that, yes, you do need help. Again, for her character, is you can't do it all on your own. Clever, that, isn't it? Hers evolution. You can use your own fists. Your own fists are just as powerful. It's a bit like if you ever played Mortal Kombat and there's a story structure where Jax, the guy with the metal arms, I think that's in the second movie, even though that movie sucks shit, he realised he can use his own arms. Look at this. The villain is now crapping his pants. But how do we know the camera is crapping the villain is crapping his pants? Because look at the shot in his eyes here. Yeah, the eyes tell you everything. Even if he was a masked villain, as you couldn't see his eyes, but the camera being this close and the camera dollying forward to him, we know he's like, oh shit. Here we go. Oh, here we go. Here's our Street Fighter super uppercut moment. Epic reveal. Is that in slow-mo? Okay, so that's your trailer moment. That's your Zack Snyder slow motion time, okay? Perfect time to use slow motion. Filmmakers, if you are starting out on your journey, just putting out slow motion clips together is not enough. Real filmmakers capture 25 frames, 24 frames, whatever it may be, real life footage. You add slow motion in, you add, different shutter speeds, you add different techniques, Dutch angles, whatever it may be, because they are extra tools to make your films better. By having loads of slow motion stuff, sticking it together is not a way of telling a story. It makes you look like a junior filmmaker. Okay, I've seen so many videographers doing it, especially they come straight out of college or uni and they start filming for clients or whatever. Yeah, they might like it and it looks okay, but you're not going to evolve. Okay, and the same for you guys. If you're filming on your mobile phone or whatever it is, film normally and use slow motion in there, sprinkle it in. It'll make a more powerful film or a more powerful story that you're trying to tell. I promise you. This is great. Look at this movement. Oh, here we go. Here we got each character has their own sort of slow motion shot, don't they? To be fair, right, she's got this battle suit. I assume her mask should be up. But it follows that rule of, if you've ever seen Halo 2, not Halo 2, Halo, the TV series, and there's a big argument about the characters saying you cannot show, you have to show the Master Chief's face to have a connection with the audience. Yes, to a certain degree. We relate to the Master Chief because he is a character that you play, a bit different, but you do have to see it a little bit. The reason why they keep showing her face is because we can relate to the character more. That's why I haven't got a helmet on. Where most of the time, I imagine in the game, I bet she's got her helmet on half the time. You have to let me know. Did you notice that with the villain? Have a little think. Have a little think, guys. Why do you think this villain suddenly doesn't look as powerful? What do you think it is? It's because the camera's looking down at him. Yeah, he's suddenly lost all that power status on screen. Granted, he's looking up in the air. He's feeding the thread of storytelling. But he now looks inferior, and that's why. What a reveal that is. Camera came down to him, and then it fell. That fell. Look at this. And now he takes a half step back. Oh, look, he's still stepping back. No, he takes more. As she comes forward, she has become the hero. I love the way they go together. Music is beautiful. Yeah. But the one thing that these lack, these League of Legends, is sound effects. As in, not sound effects as such, more of Foley. So they do a little bit of in there, but it's drowned out by the music. But you see how epic that bit was? Because it's sound effects. What makes the perfect film or cinematic, whatever it may be, is perfect use of music, Perfect use of Foley, being armor or movement of your clothes, and sound effects of the real life world. So the chains moving, all this sort of stuff. Yes, they use it, but I've noticed that it's probably about 80% music. Like you should hear that going, and it would sound more epic. Wow. Let's go back. I want to watch it again. Look at her power status. You know the answer now, guys. She is the power on this screen. Even the fact that this big bastard giant thing is looking down at her. Yes, he's looking down at her, but we know she looks powerful, and he understands that. And this one's interesting, okay, because this is breaking the fourth wall. She's looking directly at you, but look where her eye level's going. Yeah, it's above the horizon line, but it's starting to come down. And the reason being is because that's them telling you, you get to play her. You get to be this powerful when you play our game. Clever, isn't it? How this stuff works. Love it. It's why I love commercials. I love filmmaking. Wow. Flash to white of her eyes, flash to white with the actual logo itself. Amazing. Guys, just very quickly, I've covered Still Here, The Call, and Awaken. So if you want to see more of these breakdowns and you enjoyed this one, if you're still here, that is. I know these are obviously if you're still here, you're very into filmmaking, or you love learning why cinematics hit differently or make you feel certain things. But I just want to say, I've covered these. So if you enjoyed this one, there's plenty more left to watch.
Out of time!